right, here we go. Let's make a banana together. All right. So I have this. I got too many scenes open over here. All right. Apple, pear. Let's turn those off. New mesh. If for some reason you are not making your fruit all in the same scene, you can actually drag. So if you have multiple scenes open, right? Remember these little arrows? They open and close your windows. So if you have multiple scenes, you can drag one into the other and it'll copy it. All right? It'll make a copy into the other file that you have. So if you're making these fruit in different places, you can eventually combine them all together. All right? So I added a new mesh, right? Add item, mesh. Sometimes it's under your recents, whatever. However you get a mesh in there. It's empty, right? Because it's grayed out. There's nothing in it. It says mesh. We're going to work with cylinders. The next two objects, we're going to make a bowl with a cylinder. We're going to make a banana with a cylinder. I'm just going to basically drag this out. I do not want snapping on because that's a pain. This has got 24 sides, which is way too many. I think we're going to go with 5 sides. No, that's not there. 5 sides. Yeah, like a pentagon. 5 sides for a banana. If anyone has any fruit in the house, you should take a look at a banana and see what it is that you're trying to make. I'm thinking about kind of the overall length of a banana here. Kind of drag that up. And then I want some segments. So 5 sides, and how many segments? 2. That's probably good enough. 4. Let's go 5 sides, 5 segments. Keep everything even like that. All right. If for some reason this isn't in the center, go here and say center all, right? Center it in polygon mode, double clicked. Remember, if something is highlighted orange, that's kind of where I'm working, right? So the whole thing is selected, and there it is, our banana. Well, not yet. All right, banana needs a stem. Banana needs a little bit of an end. This stem's a little bit different, but we are gonna use the bevel tool, B for bevel, up and in. Okay, see that? What's happening there? Shift click, up and in. So that's 2 bevels. Shift click. That's again. If you drop the tool, you just hit B for bevel again. Okay, and then shift click and out. And that's kind of the stem of the banana right there. Okay, and then we're gonna do the bottom. Shift A will center. B for bevel, down, in, and then we'll just like do that one more time. Just down and in a little bit. Something like that, right? Okay. This already looks maybe more like a pencil or a crayon or something. Does not look like a banana. Well, bananas have a bend to them, and that's why it doesn't look like a banana yet, but it will. Shift tab, right? Now it's kind of looks like a weird hot dog or something. Shift tab again to keep it square. I don't want to, or just tab key, by the way, shift tab or tab. So let's bend this thing first. And so there is a bend tool under deform bend. All right, that could be a little bit weird to use the bend tool, but hopefully it'll all work out really well for you if everything is nice and in the center. Let's see. I have to admit, when I'm looking down at this, I'm thinking if I'm going to bend it in this view, I want this to be the top of my banana. I'm going to rotate this around there, 90 degrees. All right, there. Okay. So bend, I'm going to click in the middle here. You get this big circle, and you get this little rod thing here. This little blue square, right? It could be stretched out, it could be moved in. All right, but that's basically, and you want to make sure you're in your front view doing this bend. All right, if I bend that, I can bend the banana, bend that banana in one direction like that. That's good. Now watch what happens if I move this. It changes the adjustment of the banana. All right, so bananas aren't bent like a horseshoe or anything. They just have a little bit of bend. That's good. I'm going to hit escape to drop it. Now I'm going to bend it again. I'm going to click in the middle, but this time I do want it aiming down. I just kind of drag this out a little bit and then bend this a little bit like that. Nice. So now that looks more like a banana, except if you notice, it's all the same thickness all the way down, which is really not. A banana should have a little bit of variation. Notice I select the middle here and just kind of scale that up a little bit from the blue circle, scaling it 100% maybe. Then just take these, R key, scale that up a little bit better. That way it's a little bit narrow, a little bit thicker, and then gets a little narrower again. Very subtle shifts, but that looks pretty good. All right, so next thing we're going to do is I'm going to double click these five ridges of the banana here. There we go. And if you notice, a banana is not perfectly round, right? Here, I'll undo that for a minute. If I hit my tab key, the banana is way too smooth and round. If you have a banana in the house, you can notice that it usually has some kind of ridges. So I'm going to double click these again. I might leave that one. I might just do these 4 here. It's really kind of up to you. Depends on the banana. They're all a little different in nature. B for bevel, round level 0, and I'm just going to kind of click and drag this out a little bit. And then the more you drag it, the rounder it'll kind of get. You don't want to drag too much. You want to just give a little bit of, yeah, see how that, it just gives a little bit of ridge to that banana, and that is looking much better to me. All right, that looks like a banana. It's a little bit long. You can make adjustments. Y key, you can kind of bring this down a little bit. All right, but you get the idea. Some of this is just what you do visually, just to make some adjustments, right? All right, that is the banana. Next video, we will UV map the banana. It is not the same as UV mapping a pear or apple. It's different. It's actually, in some ways, easier. So don't you worry. And then it's easier in Photoshop as well. You'll see the whole thing is easier than the apple and the pear. All right, see you in the next video.